I've had the pleasure of watching Melinda work on a number of occasions, and of course, she probably would reject the idea that I called it work. She's incredibly compassionate about the people that she helps. She helps here and on the other side. And then I got a chance to see David for the first time. And the transfer of energy is a remarkable experience to watch happen, just as an observer. David Router is like a tall, cuddly koala bear who communicates with people in the audience in a couple of ways. He communicates my way with dialogue, conversation, and lessons, instructions. And then he communicates with energy, his energy and the energy of the people that he's talking to see the expressions on their faces, to see what happens when David explains to them that they can understand joy and self-love in spite of the loss of someone so close to them that they probably thought that they would never experience joy again. That was reason enough to be a part of the audience. Well, I'm married to a psychotherapist, and so there are very few surprises in my life when it comes to the examination of human behavior. But with David, I was surprised because though I've interviewed him before, it's the first time I've ever seen him present his skills to an audience. It was extremely impressive, particularly when I saw how much it meant to those people who came in empty and left full. Well, to watch the two people work together, Melinda and David, is really remarkable because it's not really a dance team, because she's doing rock and roll and he's doing a waltz. It's really exciting to see the two comparative personalities, so totally different, but so much linkage going on, so much understanding between the two of them, and so much acceptance from the audience of both styles and both skills. I saw people early in the afternoon having an extremely difficult time controlling their emotions. I saw people later in the afternoon, after listening to Melinda and David, experience the kind of joy and self-love that is, after all, the product of one of these seminars. When it works, today it worked. I didn't know anyone before the afternoon began. I didn't know anybody in the audience except the two people that came with me. But I felt that I got to know them on a personal basis because of the comfortable opportunity that was given them to express the grief and then get rid of it. Unlike a number of seminars that I've either seen on camera or live in a gathering like this, there were some very, very basic things that were offered to all of us in the audience that were so basic and so simple that we understood them immediately and could take them home in times of stress and anxiety and a return to that sense of loss. That was the really valuable thing. It's always been there with Melinda, but I was introduced to David and his work today, and I loved seeing that gift from him to those in the audience who really needed something to take home with them. In finding the opportunity, these people who came here, many of them having lost people sometimes violently, so close to them, and that they left with a gift that David and Melinda gave them, the gift of love, the gift of continuing love for those gone, and the gift of self-love, equally important.